You look out the window and see your cat sitting perfectly still, staring intensely at the neighbor's cat. Later, when they come back inside, they walk right past you. They tuck their tail, hide under a chair, and completely ignore your calls. Yes, it hurts. Feels like they are cheating on you with that outdoor stray. But behind that cold and aloof behavior, there is a hidden survival instinct that most loving cat owners completely misunderstand and end up taking far too personally. And if you misread this silent treatment, you might think your cat is pulling away from you, when in reality, they are doing the exact opposite to protect you. Let us decode what those secret feline meetings really mean, and why that heartbreaking avoidance after they come inside is actually a sign of their very deep devotion to you. 1. They are not making new friends. When you see your cat sitting near another cat across a glass door, it looks like a quiet and peaceful playdate. You might think they are lonely, seeking feline companionship, and secretly wishing they could move out to live with their new best friend from across the street. It is easy to feel a little jealous when they stare out the window for hours. But this is not a friendly hangout. This is a high-stakes border negotiation. Your cat is actively mapping the neighborhood hierarchy. They are establishing an invisible perimeter to ensure their core territory remains completely untouched by any potential feline intruders. They are standing their ground to keep the danger away from the most valuable thing in their entire world. And that core territory they are guarding is you. Experts in feline behavior from the University of Bristol suggest that these silent standoffs are territorial defense mechanisms, not social gatherings. They are actively working to protect their home. If your cat could put it into words, it would sound like this. I am not making friends. I am making sure the stranger stays away from my human. But if they are protecting you, why do they actively avoid you the moment they come back inside? Do not ignore this sign. We will uncover that hidden reason later. 2. The perimeter patrol. Sometimes your cat will sit just inches away from the other cat in the yard, neither fighting nor playing, just sitting there like a statue. You might assume they are just being chill and enjoying the afternoon breeze together. That is not them being chill. That is an incredibly tense and exhausting standoff. For your cat, physical fights are incredibly dangerous and can lead to severe injury. So instead of attacking, they use proximity and patience to guard their turf. They are drawing an invisible line in the sand. By holding their ground, they keep the threat as far away from their safe zone as possible. They are acting as the frontline guard for your home. To them, the yard is the outer wall and your living room is the inner castle. If they could speak, they would not say they are making a friend. They would say, I am holding the line so my human stays safe. It takes a massive amount of mental energy to maintain this peaceful but aggressive posture. They are working hard to protect you without shedding any blood. So the next time you see them staring down the neighbor, remember they are actively defending the family. It is a silent battle of absolute willpower. And hey, if learning your cat is actually your tiny bodyguard lifts that indoor cat guilt off your shoulders, hit like and subscribe so we can reach more owners. 3. The invisible scent shield. Have you noticed that shortly after one of these encounters, your cat might start aggressively rubbing their cheeks against the furniture? They might rub their face hard against the doorframe, the edge of the sofa, or even your shoes. They are not just itchy or being cute. That is a highly strategic move. They are actively deploying an invisible scent shield around the most important areas of your shared home to establish security. Feline behaviorists note that your cat uses pheromones from their cheeks to create a communal map of safety. It is their specific way of marking territory. After encountering a potential intruder outside, their sense of security is temporarily shaken. They desperately need to re-verify their own space to feel grounded again. By rubbing on things that smell heavily like you, they are intentionally blending their unique scent with yours to create a completely unified family scent profile. They are reminding themselves that they belong here, they are safe, and their bond with you is strong enough to keep all the outside dangers away. If they could translate that cheek rubbing into words, it would mean this. This is our home. The stranger outside cannot break what we have built. 4. The silent language of the stare. When your cat finally walks past you after the intense encounter outside, they often completely refuse to make eye contact. You might think they are giving you the cold shoulder, or that they are suddenly angry with you for not letting them go outside. That is absolutely not attitude. That is deep respect. In fact, looking away is one of the most polite things a highly stressed cat can do. Research published in the journal Animal Cognition shows that in the feline world, A direct, unblinking stare is a clear sign of challenge or impending aggression. After a tense standoff at the window, your cat's body is entirely flooded with adrenaline. They are still in a highly aroused, defensive state of mind. If they were to look you directly in the eyes right now, their wild instincts might accidentally interpret it as a challenge between the two of you. So by keeping their head down and looking away from you, they are actively managing their own stress and telling you they mean absolutely no harm. If they could translate that averted gaze, they would say this: "I am very worked up right now, but I am not challenging you. You are safe." 5. Erasing the evidence. Very often, a cat will retreat to a quiet corner and start grooming themselves frantically immediately after seeing another cat at the window. This is not basic daily hygiene. They are not just suddenly feeling dirty. This is a psychological response known in biology as a displacement behavior. When a cat is highly conflicted or stressed, the rhythmic action of licking their fur actually helps them calm down and lower their elevated heart rate. But there is another crucial reason they do this. It is olfactory deception. They want to wash off any imaginary trace of that outdoor tension. Even though they did not physically touch the other cat, they feel tainted by the aggressive energy. They need to be completely clean before approaching you again. If they could explain why they are licking their paws so furiously right now, they would tell you this: "I must clean this angry scent off. I cannot bring this messy, hostile outdoor energy to my human. I need to be perfect before I sit with you." And that leads us to this. They want to be the soft, loving pet, not the tense guard they had to be outside. And that brings us to the final misunderstood behavior. 6. The decompression chamber. This is the moment I promised you at the start. Why do they hide and actively avoid your touch after being near another cat? It is definitely not because they do not love you anymore, and it is certainly not because they are secretly holding a grudge against you. It is actually because of a biological mechanism called arousal down regulation. When they come inside from that encounter, their tiny bodies are completely physically and mentally overwhelmed. According to researchers at Oregon State University, cats experience sudden and massive spikes in stress hormones during any territorial encounters, even the completely silent ones through the glass. Their heart rate is highly elevated, their pupils are fully dilated, and every single nerve ending is on high alert, preparing their body for a potential physical fight. They avoid you because they do not want to redirect that predatory, aggressive energy onto you. They hide because they need a safe space to decompress. Think of it like a decompression chamber. They are waiting for those intense wild instincts to power down, so the loving pet can safely power back up. If you try to pick them up or pet them too soon, that pent-up energy has nowhere to go, and they might accidentally scratch or bite you. They are not rejecting your love. They are actually protecting you from their own temporary aggression. They are actively managing their emotions so you do not get hurt. If they could speak from under that chair, they would say this: "Please give me a minute. I need to leave the wild hunter out there. I just need a little time to calm down so I can be soft for you again. Just wait for me to come out on my own." The next time your cat ignores you after a secret meeting at the window, do not feel jealous or betrayed. Simply give them the space they need. They did not go out there to find a replacement for you. They went out there to boldly guard the invisible gates of your shared kingdom. And they came back, waiting quietly in the shadows to cool down, because you are the only home that truly matters to them in this entire world.